Hopefully you can see my screen. Okay. So previously we looked at leverage ratios. Why do we use leverage? Then we looked at risks and how we can deal with leverage. These are things that we are looking at to give you a good foundation, literally for you to understand what FX market is, and these are things that are there very hidden. They are hidden, and they need to be known by you. So today, since you remember, I told you that this market, forex market, typically works, except crypto, but the forex market works 24/5. Okay, 24/5. That means it works 24 hours in 5 days. Unlike the volatilities, the cryptos that work 24/7. Okay, so in the time when it is working, okay, for the forex market, typically the time that it works in, it's what we are going to do what to deal with, which is called time zone, because we are we do trade, we do have sessions. Under every session there is a time zone under every session. Okay, so we are going to look at those. We are going to look under that. Let me this time how it is how it is separated, how is time separated, that it keeps on working 24 hours. Every session overlaps the other, hence letting it work 24/5 time zone. Let's look at time zones. Let's look at time zones. I can put this in 40 time zones. So let's look at what its meaning is. Let me put here 22. It's a new subtopic under understanding the forex market. Okay, so we do have also a time zone. Well, so if I talk of time zones, even somebody can say the exchange time zone. Okay, the exchange time or forex time zones. So what is it? It refers to the time uh, zone in which a specific exchange or market operates, refers to a time zone. So let's look at these two words first. When I talk about time, watch my you know when I talk about time, okay, I'm meaning the hours. Okay, then if I talk about a zone, okay, I talk about a certain area in a continent which has hours, okay, which has powers towards the market. Okay, which has powers towards the market. Okay, so this is like an area which has powers towards the market. So the time in that area, okay, which an exchange market is operating from. Okay, so let's look at this importance. Also, we do have what importance. I'm going to show you those times, importances, importance of importances of time zones. Why do we use time zones? Number one, uh, number one, trading hours. Trading hours. It helps us to know which trading hours are we going to do what to be operating. Okay, determines when the market opens or closes. Time is when the market is going to open. So more in that hour when the market is open, there is a time you'll be doing that. So it gives you an edge in your local time to know that at this time this is what is going to happen. Okay, this is what is going to happen, this is what is going to happen, this by this time I'll do this, by this time I'll do this. Okay, so but we are going to understand them by with time. So we also have what we call, let me remove this, we do also we call market liquidity. We do have what we call market liquidity. What does it do? These time zones, whenever we're in a certain time zone, we have what we call news releases, which affects, okay, those because of the liquidity, the heaviness of the volume that happens in the market. It's due to these time zones. There is a specific hour when liquidity is too heavy, which is too much. Participants are a lot in the market. Okay, so which we shall say that market liquidity, which affects uh, the trading conditions. We also have another number three. We have economic indicators. Economic indicators. We shall know about the economic indicators. Economic indicators. These are releases. Releases. Because remember, if you're dealing with GBP that means you're dealing with the central bank of what, of UK, right? Those countries that are in UK. If you're dealing with the pound, with the euro, those are the countries that hold that currency. Anything that they release, any news that they talk about, anything that is talked about towards that currency, it can impact, okay, on market volatility and conditions in the market. So we, because of time zones, they give in those economic indicators that will show you that at this time of the time zone, or at this time in this time zone, there is this specific event that is going to happen, so that we do what, so that we pay attention to what is coming on. Okay, so economic indicators, release these are release time of impact market volatility. Okay, then we do have the last one. We do have the last one. This is number 4. We do have what we call news events. Because of the time zones, we get also to receive news events, and I'll show you those news events, how they look like, where do you find them, how do you read them. We are going to look also into that. Okay, so we do have also what we call news events. Time zones affect on the, or time zones if affects time zones affects impact on the market. So because we do have news, so that means we shall face impacts on that on that currency, certain currency that falls under that time zone, or else any pair that falls under that time zone. For example, you may be focusing on Euro USD, and you are in a certain time zone, and in that time zone there are news that are happening on United States dollar. That means Euro USD will be affected because it has a currency that will be of impact towards that time zone. Okay, because gonna be some release onto news release into that what towards that asset. Okay, so we shall also look into that a little bit later. So uh, typically typically for us we shall way back I was using UTC or Budde. How do we read time? Like the way you see here, this is what I'm meaning, UTC. So this is Nairobi time. If you tap there, you will see a word time zone. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, you can see a word time zone. So if you tap there, so this is the time zone. Okay, time zone. Okay,
Yeah.
so this one if you choose Madrid in time, time in Madrid, it is UTC plus plus 2 Madrid. So it is the time zone that you can use so that you get the actual time. So osobola okozesa no manya which time is in Madrid and which time is in Uganda, osobola okitegeera. That's how you can understand. But that's not the case. So for us since tuli mu Uganda, we shall use of course Nairobi, because Nairobi, Tanzania, Uganda, it is almost the same hour. Okay, so we shall use Nairobi UTC plus 3 Nairobi. Okay, it's what we shall use because it is in the same area. Okay, UTC Nairobi. So you will find yourself that you are in the hours of Nairobi. Okay, here in Uganda it is 8, and also in Nairobi it is 18 minutes past 8. So for me I use 24 hours clock, but this is 8 o'clock. Okay, I like using 24 hours clock. Okay, so 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 me basically way back I used to use the UTC New York hours, but later I changed because I saw things in a different way. I wanted simplicity because I'm not living in New York, so why would I use New York hours? Okay, so literally I changed to Ugandan time so that I can understand everything I said. I set it towards my time zone that I'm into, which is Nairobi. Okay, which is Nairobi. So you can set that. Then we do have also what into those. As you remember, I have talked about time zones, and we have understood which time zone we shall use. We shall be using UTC plus 3 Nairobi. That is the time zone. And in a time zone, there are sessions. Okay, there are sessions. And we do have in the time zone we do have sessions. These sessions are the one that help in the market to run 24 hours. Okay, this session closes, it overlap, the other one overlaps in the other one, the market continues moving for 24 hours in 5 days. That's what happened. So these sessions are the one that we are going to look into. Number one, we do have so let me write sessions. We have in the time zone, let me write here in the time zone, in the time zones we do have sessions, namely we do have one. We do have number one. It is called Sydney. We do have seeding session. Let me just finish up everything. Yeah, I will write at once so that you can understand it. So seeding session in most cases opens at 12. Okay. It opens at 12 o'clock in the midnight, 12 a.m. 12 a.m. up to, sorry, let me do it here. 12 a.m. and it goes so let me do this here, I think. Opens and closes. Opens and closes at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. 09 a.m. I'm gonna explain that. Let me first write everything. We do have also what we call Tocho. Tocho or Japan, you can use any. It's very okay. Tocho session. We do have Tocho session. Which opens at 3 a.m. Which opens at 3 a.m. Which opens at 3 a.m. and 3 a.m. and closes at 12 p.m. At 12 p.m. We do have also another. It's called Frankfurt session opens at 9 a.m. Opens at 9 a.m. Why am I using 0 9 closes at 6 p.m. Frankfurt closes at 6 p.m. 06 p.m. We do have also London, any. As long as you have understood London session.
Nigerians call it
London. For it, London opens at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. closes. Hopefully you're writing.
Yeah, I'm writing.
Okay. Closes at 7. It's closed at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. So And we do have also what we call New York, New York session opens at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. and closes at 1 a.m. a.m. Okay, and all these sessions, all these sessions, like the way I have named them here, they are in, they are all in UTC, UTC plus 3 Nairobi time, Nairobi time zone. Okay, you get. So if you look into this, you'll find out that uh, till its closure, because it opens the sun on Sunday, the market opens exactly at midnight. However, uh, how it opens at midnight, that's when seeding session kicks in. But because there is no volatility, you may find that at 3 or 2 a.m. inside this hour, at 2 a.m. or at 2 a.m., when there is an overlap, when this market is going to open at 3 a.m., the market opens up. So around 2 a.m., this market will have gained some strength, that right, it will open for this one, okay, at 3 a.m. So you may find that at 3 a.m. there are some news that are happening in session. Ojazukanga kumacho sange, price has moved a lot, and in other sessions we don't have major things to move at. Or else you find the GBP, JPY pairs have moved a lot and the other ones haven't moved. We shall talk about the USD pairs, JPY pairs, all that, okay? Because the last time we talked about high volatility, low volatility, mid volatility, but now there are those pairs and that work a lot in these sessions. When you are in Tokyo, you expect this volatility to increase in pairs that fall under Japan. So that is typically like the way you see GBP JPY, okay, GBP Japan yen, any pair that falls there. So another thing is, for us, typically we are not going to use this. Sydney, I rarely use it. We don't use it. Okay, but it is there. I just wanted to. It is there, and also Frankfurt. We rarely use them. So the most crucial pairs, the most crucial sessions that we shall be dealing with, it is New York, London, and Tokyo. Okay, which, so because if I brought in that Tokyo opens at 3 a.m. closes at 12, you'll be asking yourself, Kati, you mean you say that the market works 24/7 in what, in 5 days. So if Tokyo begins at 3 a.m. and New York closes, because this is the last session, okay, and you say that New York session closes at 1 a.m. Okay, 1 a.m. So you mean that that from 2 a.m. okay, there is nothing happening. Okay, from 2 a.m. there is nothing happening till 3. No, in between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. there is seeding session still running. Have you seen it? Because seeding session runs from midnight up to 9 a.m. So if New York closes at 1 a.m., that means seeding had already opened. So by the time this New York closes, Sydney will be open, hence heading to Tokyo session. That's how simple it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So in a in a in a so you can set your UTC time here, it will come there. So another thing is here in 24 hours it is easily set. After you setting up here, hopefully I told you how to change into
You
to,
you you showed me the other time when we were looking at trading view,
how to change into
and I
24
already
hours.
set it. I wrote it.
Okay. Yeah, you already set it. I told you that you set into Nairobi, but you had not understood the logic between it, because you were seeing very many, and you were like, why did I choose that? Okay, so I have explained. That's why I told you back that you first leave this time zone. It is a session of its own. Okay. Yeah, so we have understood about this area, because I remember I said that we live this time zone, it is a session of its own. So we have understood why it is there. It gives you time, a kulaga with the volume, and also the time zone. So we are dealing in Uganda, so we shall use that. So in 24 hours, of course, wasomako, I understand that at least wamalako P7 and S4, you can change these hours into 24 hours. I don't need to change for you. Okay. Okategedde ako ndowooza okategedde, it's very easy. So so mugundi whenever we are doing ebiseera ebimu there is what we call, is it summer and winter, yeah? So
Yes.
so currently we are in summer. Okay, chovolaba, these hours are like this, but when we go back in winter, yeah, when we go back in winter, you will find that you will find that these hours reduce. Nti osanga New York session, it is opening at 3 and closing at midnight. Okay, closing at midnight. So they reduce by 1 hour if you enter into what?
By 1 hour.
Yeah, by 1 hour behind. So kati another thing, wekiba kibeera nti eno ejja sigalayo mu +3, then mu New York, instead of -3, it will go to -4. Kitegedde?
Okay.
Yeah. So currently I think it is in let me check. I think it is in -4. Literally it can go to -5 or -4, one of the two, because it is here around somewhere here. New York, where is New York? Can't see it. Actually, it's up. It has to be up. It's New York here. So it can
When we are in winter, Zambia, when we are in winter,
I'm
it
gonna show
can
you that.
be
I'm gonna give you an application that you will be seeing that. You to kwemenya mutwe on that. You don't need to do what to stress yourself about understanding the winter and summer. I'm gonna give you an application that you can see those time zones very well. Okay.
all right.
So anyway, let me share it because I'm done with these time zones. Let me first take a screenshot. I tell you the name, you go download it on your phone. Very easy to read, very easy to follow up. You can go on your Google Place, on your Google or Play Store, or what, App Store. Yeah. So it is very well shown. Let me share it there so that we see it. You can use an application called FX Hours. Let me first share this here. Okay. Let me first share it here. Okay. So this is This is the name of the pair you will download. Let it come. It is called FX hours. Okay, this is
Mm.
the name. You can just input FX hours. Then this is what you'll see. Very well, you'll be very well informed that you don't need to go anywhere for you stress yourself this and that. So this is it. You see it very clearly here. You see that? Let me zoom in.
Yeah.
Okay, you see it is showing hours, it is showing Sydney, Tokyo. So after this one closes, this one before even closes, this one overlaps into this one, or you will find out that all these sessions uh, are stopping, are ending. This one ends when this one is already open. So it makes it hard for it not to do what to close. But what differs is there are just certain hours where volatility is not there, but there are no strength in the market, that it is just moving slowly, very slow when participants are low. Okay, then there are hours when participants are many, but that we shall learn it in future there when as we keep going, because I'm not going to bring everything at once. But as I said, sometimes I may talk about something, but when it is a session of its own. So, but since it is the same thing, I can't explain. I can't leave minus saying it out. Okay,
Mm.
it's like when you're preaching and you can't it's like when you're a pastor, you're preaching about life minus talking about death. It's taking the
Mm.
yeah. I just brought that in. Okay, it's just an example. So we can see here, we can see market open. By the time it is 8:34.
You're in that app of FX hours.
No, I took a screenshot. This is a screenshot.
Mm.
Okay, because it is
Mm.
like something like 13 minutes to 9, but here I took it when it is something like like 16 minutes, okay, to 9. So here it is, you can see market, it is open. It will show the market is open today. It's a Wednesday. Sydney, Tokyo, Frankfurt. So from Frankfurt, London, and New York, they are in summer. So when it changes, it can go to what did I say? Summer and what? And winter, and it changes to winter. So this time it will show you still the time that you're into if it goes into winter. If time doesn't change, it is okay. Typically winter happens in December, towards October, either November, December there. That's when winter comes in. But currently we are in summer, so it is very simple for you to do what? To spot it out. So for you, you can check out here, or else you'll be on your chart. Okay, or else if you're like, now which session am I in? If you can't grasp all these hours in your head, you can be like, you can come here and see which session am I in. This arrow will be showing you. So currently we are still in what? We are still in New York, okay, session. So if you check, you will find out that in New York it is just 1 p.m. Kitegeeza bukyali budde tebunaziba. It's 1 p.m. Kitegedde. So that means the other side work is still going and people are working as a normal day. So that means the market is open. Those people in New York are still what? Carrying out trading. Okay. It is
What
one.
does that tableau line represent?
I have just talked about it. This one talks about time, exact time that is we are in. It keeps on moving. This is time. It shows time.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, it shows
Okay.
time at that, like this one indicates hours, this one indicates minutes. Okay. This is an hour,
Mm.
8 p.m. This one indicates minutes. So when it comes here, this thing will move here like that. Then we do have also these ones. These ones are, you will learn them later. Don't want to go there. Okay. So I think that is it concerning the time zone and setting them. So how do you set them on chart? Okay, let me remove these. Be attentive if it needs you to go to your trading view, or you write down this this how you can go there. It's very okay. So for example, you have your pair, uh, Euro USD. For example, you have your pair. If you don't want to go to the app and you want to use this one, so this is how you can do set. You can set. Okay, you can set it here.
Okay.
You can put on any time frame that you want to. Let me remove. Okay, so here this is now you can go to this box where there is indicators, where there is indicators, you tap there. Then in the box here where there is a search box, you write there lax algo, you write there sessions uh, sessions lax algo, lax lax algo, lax algo. So you'll find it here. So you'll find it here. This is it. Okay. Sessions
Okay.
lax in a bracket there is a word lax algo. Then if you hover your cursor on it, you'll see something like a star. Okay, then you tap on the star to do what? To add it on your favorite. Okay.
Mm.
uh, on your favorite, or after doing that you tap on it like that, it will show you indicator added to the chart. So after it will be added, this is it, it will show search. Okay, now you go to settings. Here you will go, it will be shown here up where there is this currency pair. You will see a keyword here lax algo sessions. You go onto it, you tap the setting button here, settings.
Mm.
Then you start inputting hours inside here. Then you can remove the for the first, if since it is your first time and you want to see this, here we can see they have placed Sydney, Tokyo, London and New York. So they have excluded Frankfurt. And if you observe when we're reading here, Frankfurt opens at 9, okay, and closes in the evening at 6. So that means from 3 up to 12 there is Tocho still running. That's why they don't include it. So that the whole of that hour, that's why they will just call it Tocho. Okay, the whole of the you will just combine that session into one what into one session called Tocho. Okay, and if you
Mm.
look, if you observe, when Tocho closes at midday, uh London opens at 11, okay, and it closes at 7. So instead of also putting Frankfurt, you can just name Tokyo, London, and New York, because even London also comes from opens inside Tokyo. Okay, so Frankfurt is inside both. Okay, so you just
Mm.
remove out Frankfurt. That's why it's not here. Okay, but now since I
Mm.
said previously that you can exclude Sydney, but for now we are going to put it there. Okay, we are going to put it there, and you mark on these ranges, this keyword range, you check on that. Okay, then here
Okay.
you'll tick here on use exchange time zone. Okay, so when you tick on use exchange time zone, it will be using this. Okay, then here you come, you start using, you start here New York session, you name it, you put your hours. You know very well it opens uh from 16 here, and it closes at 1. Where is 1? 1 is here. Just that for me, the reason why you didn't find it there, I'm used there, and they they are just indicators that show hours that are in there, but they are not really that much necessary. Just you have to know that volatility will be in such hour, then you keep in doing analysis. But we shall also look into that. later. So we do have also London session. We said London opens at 11. Where is the 11? 11 is here, and it closes at 19 o'clock, which is this. Okay. Then we said Tokyo. Tokyo opens at 3. 3 is here. So we can see it is in 24 hours clock here, whatever I'm marking. Opens at 3. Then it closes at midday 12. 12. Okay. So Sydney, I said Sydney opens at midday. Sorry, midnight, which is 00 midnight. Then it closes at 9. At 9. Then when you press OK, you'll see everything is lining up here. Okay, you'll see that each session it is in another. You see this Tokyo closes, London opens here. So if I go to maybe 30 minutes, we can see, for example, today, today and yesterday. Then here, for you, let me see. You can put more. Then you go to settings, you go to style. Let me check something. You can go to in this session to settings. Here at where inputs are, you go to style, then you go and uncheck input values in status line. So these are the status line. To just reduce it kaberenga sikawanvu back here no. So here you set so instead of it being shown here, you can tap on this arrow up nekabera hidden. So we can see now, what do we see? We can see that from yesterday, which was Tuesday, let's start from Monday. So we can see that Sunday was here. Okay, Sunday, since the market was closed, this was Friday. So this was the midnight. Okay, the midnight of what? Of the midnight of Monday. Okay, the midnight of Monday. So this line indicates the midnight of Monday and Sunday. So it was just interswitching of days here inside here, because these are daily separators. That's why you can see something small. So since it is midnight, we can see we had a session in between here, which is Tocho. Okay, this is a Tocho. We did how this is Tocho. No, this is New York. It opened, it was inside here because it closed, price closed when it is still in here inside, because this is Friday. We do have Sydney, Tokyo, London, and New York. So New York had opened inside here, this candle. It had come up to midnight. We had also Sydney, Tokyo. Okay, we had also then we can so it moved. This was a Monday. After Sunday closed, this was a Monday. This was the other day. So I had to start from here. You can see New York closed. Then Sydney opened. It opened in the midnight at midnight. Okay. Then later it came. It closed there. Then this one also opened. Tokyo. But this time, this. Let me first set something here. I think it is in UTC then. Sorry. Let me set something here.
The problem with this network, ubera oyogera nga you're clicking naye nga bireta after some time, like after like 5 seconds.
The good thing I'm recording and is very clear. Maybe you rewatch it. Maybe
Yeah,
it is net to internet problems. You know, this side since it started raining, now the internet lags a little bit. That's why sometimes it lags. Okay, so I have to put in +3. plus 3. Okay, plus 3. So it closed. This is 18, which is Tokyo. So inside here there is inside here there is Frankfurt. Frankfurt was inside here, so price also opened inside there. Let me go to maybe 15 minutes. So Frankfurt closed, London opened inside here and also started moving. So at the end you will see that price has been doing what? Price has been moving in these sessions, moving 24 hours. You see, after the session closes, this one opens, this one closes, this one opens, like that. Okay, till today. So currently, but this is not right. I think there is a mistake somewhere, because I think, what do I have to say it here? There is something that is missing here. Something I'm not understanding. Ta-da. Okay. Yes, this is it now. This is it now. Okay, when you go to settings in the Lux algo, you remove this. As long as this one is there, don't put here. Just uncheck it. You press.
What?
As long as this time zone is here, the cursor here. Okay, have you seen it?
They haven't yet brought it because of the lag.
Jesus Christ.
You have to go back on the settings and
Are you seeing it now? But it's still lagging.
still lagging. Hasn't yet come.
Okay. Anyway, because since network is kind of jammy, you'll have to watch a little bit, at least, all abango missing. So the video is almost like in 40 minutes. You'll give in time, because when you watch it is of your good, It's of your good. So the time zone is this. You go to settings, because when you are in the video watching, of course you can pause and do the settings. You go back like that, So we do have, you go to settings. Since this time zone is there here, you uncheck this. You click on to OK, so that you can see everything the way we talked about how these prices move. You'll see that here it opened inside here at 3. Which time zone is this? This is Tokyo. It closed at 11, but since I'm on a 15 minutes time frame, you'll find that's why it is at 45, something like that. But closed there, because Tokyo has to close at midday. Okay, so you may find by the time it was moving, it had to close here. So is there anything else? Tokyo is Tokyo. Yeah, that's right. Let me go to 1 hour. I check. So Tokyo, they couldn't bring it there, but let me go to 5 minutes below. Yeah, if on 5 minutes below, it closed at midday, like the way you can see here. So it closed at midday exactly. So it had to just stop here. But when you go on 1 minute, you will find it at midday. in 1 minute. So this is it at 59. So the next 1 minute opened when it is there. So that is it. So that's how you can know these time zones using the chart itself. Using the chart itself, like the way we can see here. Okay. Hopefully now you've understood that. If anything has come up and you haven't understood, I will refer you to do what? To the video. At least you watch, you get to know more about that. Then I think that is it.
I'm going to watch it again
Mm.
and I be more conversant with it.
Okay. So I think that is it for today. We are going to look at something else probably tomorrow. But probably tomorrow for another session. But you first, Beyond, let me stop recording because we are done for today.